Okay, so today's little vidya is gonna be about the second part of the first solo, um, and the tricks for this guy. So let's start by taking a look at what we got here. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Pardon me. So the first thing I see is a slide from 3 to 5. So let me play a line. Okay, so kind of a long phrase. Well, two long phrases. So the first part I see is a slide from 3 to 5. I want to use my ring finger for that because it sets up my index finger for the next note. You see what I mean? Can you see past this thing right here?
Yeah.
Sure. Now I know you can. So I want to slide from 3 to 5 with my ring finger because it sets up my index finger for the next note. So then that's index, ring, ring, index, middle, ring. That's nice and easy. 3, 4, 5. 3, 5. Okay, so that's that first phrase. Now that's all these 3 fingers. So I'm not using anything but index, middle, and ring. There's no pinky involved in any of this. So it's okay. So ringer slides from 3 to 5, index at 3, ring at 5, index, ring, bend it up, release the pressure while it's up. You don't want to let it bend down. So, and then just release your hand's pressure while it's up, and then we go 3, 4, 5, and that 4 is the only time I'm using my middle finger. Okay. 3, 4, 5 on the second string. And we've got 3, 5, index, ring, ring at 5 on the B string, index right there at the 3rd fret of the E string, and we bend up and back down on the 5th with the ring finger. So really it's just index and ring doing all the work on that whole line. I used my middle finger there on accident, but don't do that. And then the next line. So that line's probably the trickiest, just because it's really not a whole lot of notes. And what's tricky about that is if there's a bunch of notes, then you know when you're in the wrong place. But if it's a bunch of the same thing, you're like, you start getting cross-eyed. You're like, where was I? You know what I mean? So so that one's probably the hardest of all of these, just because it's like, you know, it's like one of those magic eye books. You ever did those where you like, it looked like a blur, and then you like cross your eyes at it and a picture comes out? Whatever, they're cool. And so then the last line we've got. Okay, this one, it follows the shape of a G major bar chord, which was something we were talking about recently. This lick follows the shape of it. So I'm going to start with my index finger, and then for the slide from 5 to 3, and then back up to 5, I'm going to want to use my ring finger. Because the next note is 3, so it sets up my index finger again. And then down to 3. So for that, we have 2 options on that. So 3, 3, that's easy, just bar with the index. And now here we put our middle finger down, we'll hammer on, at 4 of the G string, then hammer on and pull off to the 4 again. Now here's where we have an option. We can play the first 5 with our pinky, and then the second 5 with our ring, and then that literally puts us in the position of that G major chord that we were playing, except with our index finger not barring all the way, just part of the way. But that's if we put our pinky first. That's kind of an awkward thing to do. So, because you're going like this. That pinky jumping on there is a little weird. As opposed to that, I might think I might jump over and use my middle finger. but all in all, it's really following this shape, which is the G major bar chord, the 6-string bar chord that we've been talking about. So, so all together, I'll play those all together, and you can just kind of try to keep rewinding it back to here and playing along. Probably somewhere like right here in the video right now. That's my guess. With the ball, tracking along. Come on, that's funny. Ah, my mistake. All right, so there's the lick. Play along with it. Master it.